It's nearly summer. It's hot. My face is shiny. Not important. Don't comment about it. Hey guys, it's been a minute and I kind of wanted to sit down with you guys and do like a bit of an update because a lot has happened since I last recorded this type of video. So where do I even start? I guess we can start with my big announcement. I am officially a ambassador and a member of the Ready Type 1 stream team on Twitch. If you guys have followed my Twitch charity streams in the past, you'll know that every November I do a charity stream for JDRF, and Ready Type 1 is actually with JDRF. It is a part of JDRF, and I honestly don't think that this connection and joining this team could have come at a better time. I always do a charity stream in November because that is the month that I was diagnosed back in 2009. And it's always a really difficult month for me, and I often feel very isolated by this condition. It can make you feel very alone in carb counting and doing needles while other people can just eat like sugary food without getting sick or stressing about it. It can get very isolating, and I could not be more grateful for this opportunity. I really couldn't, because it not only lets me continue to fundraise and represent something that I'm very passionate about with JDRF and with my diabetes, but it also it lets me connect to all of these amazing diabetics around the world, which I am so excited to get to know everyone on the team. I'm so excited to have a community of people who understand what I'm going through. A lot of people try to empathize or try to understand, but to have someone who actually goes through that and understands that mindset and that lifestyle from a personal experience, I can't explain how thankful I am to be in a community with those people. I am so excited to meet everyone, and it's going to be amazing. So, fun fact, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in November 2009, but November is actually also the National Diabetes Awareness Month, and it's a little bit of a coincidence there, but I honestly am so grateful that the two coincide, because I get to not only fundraise and raise awareness about something that is often really misunderstood and very stigmatized, but also I get to celebrate my life. I get to celebrate that I am alive, the hard work that I've put in over the years to stay alive. It is very difficult as a type 1 diabetic. Going through small health issues get turned into massive health issues when you have diabetes, and it can be very rough. But this month is a month of celebration, of fundraising, of awareness and education. So as I said, it's a very hard month for me. I try to focus on those positives, and that's why I like to do the fundraisers, because I get to pull something positive out of a negative experience. But it is at the same time a very difficult time emotionally, because I often find myself reflecting in this month about the life that I could have had without this condition. And honestly, so everything in my life would have been different, honestly, and I find myself grieving a lot for that life. And I think a lot of other diabetics go through that experience around their diabetic anniversary when they were diagnosed. This year it's going to be a bit different, because I actually get to work with a team now, but also a organization that can help me fundraise more efficiently. In the past, I've had issues with trying to fundraise for charities and stuff, but not being able to find Australian charities on Tiltify. A lot of people use Tiltify to raise money for charity, and I immediately went there when I first started fundraising, but I couldn't find anything to do with Australian organisations I wanted to fundraise for. So I had to go through a lot of different complicated processes. But this year is going to be so much easier, and I cannot explain how excited I am. Monique from Ready Type 1, thank God for Monique, she's the absolute blessing. She has helped me with setting up Tiltify and becoming part of the Ready Type 1 streaming community on Tiltify, and it is going to be so much easier to donate, to see that money going towards the goal, to see the total not only raised by me and my community, but the other communities in this team, and just to see that growing towards such an amazing cause. And I am so excited. I've always loved charity streams, especially like with Tiltify. Julian Solomita's Movember charity stream, I think it was, and Jacksepticeye's charity streams around Christmas every year. Those, I love watching the fundraising efforts and seeing that bar move, and I am so excited to finally be able to do that for charities in my country as well, with JDRF Australia specifically. I can't explain how much that means to me. It really does. Don't cry. So I also wanted to talk about where the money that you donate goes. Whenever I donate to charities or anything like anything really that my money goes to, I want to know where it's going. As I said, I've fundraised for JDRF for literally nearly 13 years now. I've been fundraising since I was 10, and the money that you donate is used in a couple of different ways. These are just the ones that I know of. I haven't done a lot of in-depth research, but I know that JDRF uses funds, for example, in creating better treatment options for type 1 diabetics who are already diagnosed. So like me, for example, I currently use a sensor, and I also use insulin injections every day to manage at the moment, but they kind of look into more effective ways to treat diabetics, and also to prevent long-term side effects, because diabetes can be really complicated long-term in terms of pretty much everything: your eyes, feet, nerves, cardiovascular health, stroke. There's a lot to it. Another way that JDRF uses their funds is to look into ways to prevent type 1 diabetes. They're actually funding a treatment research at the moment. I can't remember the specific name, but I'll pop it on the screen. But basically what this is they are looking into this treatment that can be used on people who are at high risk of developing type 1 diabetes. They look at this through genetic markers and screening, and basically they are hoping that this treatment that they are doing clinical trials on will prevent people from getting it. And honestly, that made me cry reading that, because that is absolutely amazing. Honestly, like it's crazy to me to think that that technology exists. I remember when I was diagnosed, it was like pig pancreases, and the insulin pump was only just coming out, and it's now there's so much more to type 1 diabetes treatment and options and prevention. And I guess the biggest one that the money is going towards is cure. There is no cure for type 1 diabetes yet, and I remember when I was diagnosed and I was like, oh, they're like, the technology is so good, it's got to be just around the corner. It wasn't. That was 13 years ago. But honestly, research has come leaps and bounds since that time. I don't know any of the specific things, but I'll leave some links below where you can find that research if you want to look more into where your money is going. literally $1 helps. Anything honestly helps. It is a disease that affects so many people. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, in Australia alone, it was around 360,000 Australians who were living with type 1 diabetes, and that's just in Australia. And it is something that you typically get as a kid. It is something that is uncurable. It is lifelong. It affects every part of your body, and it honestly it's not fun to live with. It's really difficult at times, and over the next few weeks I kind of want to give you guys some content that looks into that side of my life that I don't really share with you guys. The side about treating my diabetes, things about like my scarring and my self-image and perspective of myself, things that people have said to me about my diabetes who don't know what they're talking about, and how I perceive that as a diabetic. I'm really excited to make this content and show you guys this content for National Diabetes Awareness Month. I love to educate people every year as best I can, and now working with Ready Type 1, I'm so excited to extend that even further. I will leave links below to the Tiltify page. We've already started fundraising, so please jump on that, and if you can donate anything, please do that. I can't even express how much this cause means to me. It more than words, honestly. It's something that I live with. It is something that has complicated my life so severely, and not just me, my friends, Graham, my family. It costs me so much money to live, and that is with healthcare. So I can't even imagine people in America and people who don't have sufficient healthcare trying to live with this condition. Please check out the links below in terms of donating, but also to research, to some facts, educate yourself. Diabetes is a lot more common than you think, and just understanding it and understanding what someone's going through. If you have a type 1 diabetic in your life, I can tell you that that is going to mean so much to them. It's going to mean a lot to them that you know the facts, that you know the science, or at least have some idea about it, rather than taking things off of like Facebook or like memes and the stigma of diabetes itself, and just having that as your education. Even if you can't donate, please educate yourself through these links. Educating yourself, understanding diabetes and the different types of diabetes and how it plays a role in the community, and why healthcare and reducing that stigma is so important, especially for people living with it, people's family, friends. This is just a really important topic, and this month is a time to reflect on that and educate. But honestly, it shouldn't just be to this month. Please just look at the links, check out my Twitch if you haven't already. We are going to be doing a charity stream with Ready Type 1. We are going to be playing Mario Kart with some of the Ready Type 1 team members, which I am so excited about. That's going to be amazing. And we are going to do our own fundraising on my Twitch channel itself, to that link that is below. That'll be the same link, so if you want to donate now, feel free. You don't have to wait until the stream, but if you want to wait till the stream, so that is going to be on the 19th of November, 10:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Have a little Google, check out your time zones, and make sure to check out my other links as well below in terms of like Discord and Twitter to keep up to date with announcements. I'll be announcing when I'm live, a countdown, things like that, just to keep you in the loop. Yeah, I rambled a lot. This is a very important month for me. It is a very important topic and discussion for me, and it is one that I will never stop trying to educate people about, and I will not stop talking about. I can say it is one thing to see diabetes in social media, in memes, in people that you know. It is another thing to live with it, and I would not wish this condition on anyone. I really wouldn't. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Yeah, check out the links. I will see you guys soon. Bye.